Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Blanchy's Reins is our prize today, but this is no easy Ardenwold mount. Oh no. Prepare to put in some work for this one. It's time to hunt ourselves a Sinrunner. Now, it doesn't matter if you're a dark, brooding vampire count or countess. Hell, even if you're a bright and happy night fae, this is a must-have mount. It's probably one of the most striking looking mounts in Shadowlands. For those unaware, poor old Blanchy was the horse of the Furlbrow family in Westfall back in the day. Sadly, Vanessa VanCleef had the horse killed during the cataclysm. Vanessa knew that the soul of a vampire warhorse was inside old Blanchy, and by slaying the beast, saved the whole of Azeroth. Well, that's my lore interpretation of it. Do I look like Nobble? A quick note, the list of items that I'm about to go over are in the order that they are required by Blanchy. Not in the order that you probably best want to collect them, as some of them happen to be right next to each other, like the bucket and the brush. The only item I would say that you really want to get done first, before any of the others, are the oats. A lot of these items are in Revendreth, and the last thing you really want is to see Blanchy and to not have the first item that's required. Get them first, and you are done, nothing to worry about. Now in death, Sinrunner Blanchy roams the Endermire, the swampy marshland cutting Revendreth in two. Think of this like probably the alpaca in Oldham. The name escapes me exactly at the moment. But the one that you'll find dotted about in various places in Oldham, and you had to feed greens to it. You had to do that for, I believe, 7 days, and woo! Congratulations, you had an alpaca mount. Blanchy is no simple alpaca mount. Oh no. She requires 8 handfuls of oats. Wondering where? Where in the afterlife have they been farming oats? They have not. Instead, we are heading back to Azeroth, specifically to Westfall. Yep, Blanchy wants a taste of home. Hunt around the various farms there, each one has them, and you'll be able to gather up some oats. I will say that these are quite sought after. You can buy them off the auction house. Prices are going to vary. I've seen them for like 150 gold. But to be fair, just take your time, hunt around the various farms, and you'll be able to find them. You also, as a side note, need to be level 56 to be able to pick these oats up. So yeah, don't go there too early. Next up, we have a grooming brush. This time, we are heading back into Revendreth. Nice easy one. All we need to do is find Snickersnee and ask nicely, and he will give you his second best brush. What a top guy. Next up, of course, Blanchy is going to require some Sturdy Horseshoes. This is another hunting one. You're going to need to search the roads around the Endermire looking for small, sparkling horseshoes. This may be my madness and actually completely unconnected whatsoever, but when I was talking to Snickersnee to get the brush and the bucket, as soon as I was done, there was a coach behind me heading out onto the road, and I simply followed that, and the route that it took was literally littered with horseshoes. That could be completely coincidental, or it may be some RP thing that, you know, Blizzard are doing, that the horseshoes are coming off the horses that are pulling the carriages. I don't know, but it seemed to work for me, so hopefully it will work for you. A comfortable saddle blanket is next. This one is a little harder to be specific on because it changes from day to day. To purchase the blanket, you're going to need to talk to Tattoo at the night market. Tattoo will require 30 of a specific meat, and this changes, as I say, daily, and can come from any of the zones. On a side note, for those unaware, if you actually follow the road up, back into the village, going past the night market, you will actually find the black market auction house. Next up, we require a bucket of clean water. It appears running through the Endermire. Blanchy has got extremely dirty, needs a drink, needs a rub down, so we need to get some water. Now, as I say, the bucket is right next to Snickersnee again, but it's going to be empty, and it requires filling in a pool of water from either Ardenwold or Bastion. Bear in mind, it needs to be deep enough that you can actually swim in it. So as soon as you can get deep enough that you are fully swimming, just click the bucket in your inventory and it will fill up with water. Last but by no means least, Dredhollow Apples. Come on. What self-respecting horse is not going to want some apples? These are sold by Mims in Revendreth. The nearest flight point is the Charred Ramparts. Once you land, have a quick look around, you will literally see a giant holding up the wall. Run between his legs, and on the other side you will see Mims right there, and we'll sell you 5 apples. So you've collected all the required items. Now you just need to give all these items to Blanchy, and this noble steed is yours, right? Well, if you thought hunting the alpaca was frustrating, welcome to a whole new level. Blanchy roams the swamplands, cutting Revendreth in two, called the Endermire, as I mentioned before, travelling at an extremely fast pace, much faster than a mounted player can go. So the only way to stop Blanchy is to stand in front of her, which will force Blanchy to stop. At this time, you'll be able to interact, giving her the item that's required. Blanchy will stay in that spot for 5 minutes, after which she will fade away. So if you are behind, you can see Blanchy running into the distance. It may be worth still trying to follow, still trying to catch up, because if somebody else is in front, then you might have a chance to still click on it. I will say most of the time people just need to camp the spawn, as you can see throughout this video. It would just sit there, everybody blockades the river, there's no chance that Blanchy's going anywhere. But if Blanchy is able to complete her route, then she will despawn, and you'll be left waiting for an hour or more. I've seen people say that it's about an hour. I've seen people say it's 2.5 hours. Who knows? But yeah, you're going to be waiting a little while. Last couple of things to be aware of. The oats in Westfall, as I said before, are required level 56 to pick them up. Also, don't worry if you miss a day. Your progress is based on your interactions rather than the days past. So, if you've talked to Blanchy 3 times, then you go on holiday for a week. Next time you talk, she will still require the 4th item, so you don't need to worry about that. Last of all, while in the Endermire, you will receive a debuff. You may have seen it periodically throughout this video. This is going to mean you take increased shadow damage. Now, luckily where Blanchy spawns, there are no mobs. But I would suggest if once you've managed to get Blanchy and you're done, either half-stone out or just ride straight out the Endermire as quick as you can. Because if you ride back through it, you are likely to be one-shot if you've been there any length of time. For anyone that's interested, the spawn time for me was 3:27. I've heard a couple of people say 27 past seems to be a good time. Don't know whether that's true. More data is needed. And that's it! What could be more simple than that? This is going to be a fun one to collect. I remember seeing the image of Sinrunner Blanchy and thinking, that looks amazing! So to finally be able to start the process of getting her is exciting. I've seen a lot of people, or I've seen a couple of people, already have the mount, and it does look so good. But that is enough for me. I'm off to go camp the spawn site for day 2. Yes, good luck to you and your Blanchy hunting, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching. Stay safe. I will catch you all tomorrow. Laters.